What? Veto, -1. What are the informal qualifications to be President of the United States? There's a video about it. White, male, Protestant, married. Don't forget about the videos on this. Go ahead, if you'll touch the house, and actually your group gave me the last correct answer. Go ahead and pick a category. Executive for 2. List all you can. Presidential term limits. Y'all have it. Okay, go ahead. Anybody in the group? Yeah, y'all are separated this time. 4. 2 terms, 4 years each. That's a start. Anything else? 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, your group's got it. What amendment deals with presidential term limits? 22nd Amendment deals with it. 1, 2. What does the 22nd Amendment say?
So it limits you to 2 terms.
Yeah.
And if you come into office and you serve more than 2 years, then you can't run after your...
You can't run?
No, you can't. Wait. After your next term,
Yeah.
if you serve for more than 2 years, you can rerun.
So if you take over a term that somebody else has been elected to, and over half of it remains, you can serve that out and you can run how many times?
1 more time.
1 more time. And then if it's less than half of the term, how many times can you run?
2 more times.
2 more times. Yeah, actually, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 22nd Amendment actually says this. Has there always been a term limit?
No.
Where did it come from? 5, 4.
During Truman's administration.
Truman's administration. -2. Wasn't it the other guy? Go ahead.
After FDR.
FDR. How many times did FDR get elected?
4 times.
FDR got elected 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Did somebody yell out 3?
No, I said wait.
Too late. You said Truman. No. Go ahead.
But it was passed during Truman.
What else do you need?
Anything else you want to tell me?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Gonna leave it at that. Anybody else?
I don't want to lose points.
Did you want to say something? Go ahead.
The 25th Amendment? Is that part of the term?
That's always good when you answer with a question. Is the 25th Amendment part of the term limits? -2. Wait, I need to make sure I take it from Jessica's ex.
No, you can take it from
No. Go ahead, click it, Aji.
Oh.
And if y'all will pick me the category, because you have the next choice. Go ahead, pick one.
Let's do articles for 1.
Articles for 1. First, okay, list all you can. Home country. What's the significance of home country? Y'all have it. You'll have it next, but you've got it now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted to run for president, but he couldn't because the United States, he's not a natural-born United States citizen.
He is not a natural-born United States citizen. You know what? I'll go with that, Schwarzenegger and that, but there's something else that deals with home country that should jive for you. Go ahead.
Yes, they think that if you weren't born here, you won't defend here. So if you're born like in Austria and you come over here, you're always going to feel like Austria is your home country.
Yeah, I'll go with that. How does this relate to Barack?
Okay, Michelle Obama, during a speech, slipped up and said, we went back to Kenya, President Obama's home country, which fueled the birthers to be like, he's from Kenya, he's not actually a U.S.-born citizen.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And this is the thing that I was really looking for. It was Michelle Obama that said we went to Barack's home country in Kenya, and this was dealing with a speech, I believe, about HIV, and it really fueled the birthers. And there's a sense out there that you got to be born in the United States. If you were born here, then in fact you're going to have, I don't know, more loyalty, some people would argue, than if you came from somewhere else. Go ahead, touch the house. Pick me a category. You have the early lead. Gotta go.
Executive for 3 points.
Executive for 3. List all you can. Youngstown versus Sawyer. Y'all have it first. You will have it next. Next hand I see is 3rd. And PJ, don't be shy. Go back there and zoom in on them. 5, Youngstown. 4, everybody's got to answer. 3, I'm losing
Harry
patience.
Truman. was president during this time, and he said because we're losing a lot of economic backing, he wanted to take over the steel company.
Harry Truman was actually the president of the United States. 1, 2, 3. What was the problem with Youngstown Steel? 4. Anybody? 3. Go ahead. 2.
They went on strike.
How much steel did Youngstown Steel make?
It was like 40%.
40%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Youngstown Steel went on strike during what war?
Korean War.
Korean War. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did Truman do? 5, 4,
He
3.
took over the company. He like galvanized it.
He galvanized it?
Not galvanized it.
Governized it. What does that mean? Oh no, zoom in on him. Go ahead, get closer, PJ. Truman did what? 4, 3, 2.
Basically made them work. He kind of like forced them to work, but
Truman seized the steel mills, and then ultimately he made the workers work when they were on strike. 1, 2, 3. And when he did this, what power was it that he was using? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Commerce.
no.
-3.
Fuck!
Go ahead.
Hey, these are family shows.
Go ahead. You guys have it. What was the power that Truman was using? He seized the steel mills to make sure that they were making steel for the troops. What power was he using? Express. -3. Go ahead. What executive power? A specific one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. -3.
How's it a -3? Damn.
It's really just -1. When you speak up and you don't get it right, anything? He wanted to use the commander-in-chief power. He was saying, I'm responsible for the soldiers overseas. If they don't have steel, then they're not going to get what they need. Firsthand, I see. The Supreme Court, in ruling on this, issued a 3-part test dealing with presidential power. What were the 3 parts? Go ahead.
Well,
Oh, it's so easy.
what do you mean?
No, nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, so there were 3 tests. They were like, if Congress, like, if they're working together with Truman to pass it,
Yeah.
or if they're denying it,
Well, go ahead with the first one. If they agree, then what?
then they can go forward.
If Congress and President agree, 1, 2, 3, presidential authority is at its highest level and Truman wins. What's the second test?
If they don't say anything about it, then it's harder to pass because
Does he win?
not necessarily, but not necessarily.
-3.
He could.
Go ahead.
He does win.
Okay, go ahead. Explain it to me.
It's-
Oh, wow, you got notes. Go ahead. Yeah, notes.
So let's see. So the first was so he did the first one.
He did the first one.
Test
Second one.
Congress is silent. Then the authority is still high, but not at its highest.
If President is acting using Article 2 powers and Congress is silent, presidential authority is not as high, but it's still significant and the president wins. And what's the third category?
One is when the president and Congress disagrees. The
Disagree.
authority is at its lowest, and the president loses. Congress wins.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, when President and Congress disagree, congressional authority is at its lowest. Here's my question. Which one did they say it was? Highest, silence, or lowest? Anybody in the group? 5. You'll have it next. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Lowest.
Lowest. Why did they say it was at its lowest? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. -3. Actually, what they said. Oh, go ahead.
So they wanted to pass an amendment where they said that they could do that,
They did.
but they struck that down. So by striking it down, they were kind of saying no.
It was actually 1, 2, 3, the Taft-Hartley Labor Act. And there was an amendment that would allow the president to seize striking companies, and Congress voted it down. The final bill did not say yes, it didn't say no, but the argument was this specific power was offered, it was voted down, this was Congress saying no, and Truman lost. Pick me a category. I'll give you 3 more.
Do executive for 4 points.
Executive for 4. Now we're getting somewhere. Who wants to draw? Need somebody? Tina, are you a good artist? That makes it even better. Why don't you come up for us? Somebody come on, please. This is a good one.